Hello, and welcome to the Tarot with Titania reading of the week for May 26th to June 2nd, 2023. Amazing, we're already at that time of the month. I am so sad to see May wrap up, so I might just have to camp out outside for the last week or so. With that, I invite you to close your eyes and join me in setting the intention for the reading today. Let's take 3 nice deep breaths together. With each breath, just allowing whatever is troubling you or influencing you or in your sphere to just slide away. With each breath, pulling yourself into this present moment, into this nowness. And I invite you to see a tree root coming down out of the base of your spine, going down deep, deep, deep into Mother Earth and grounding you here and now in this present moment, like the trees that surround you wherever you are, knowing that you are firmly rooted in the earth and that everything that no longer serves you can easily pass down through this tree root down into Mother Earth and become compost and serve your new growth. Creator, this is your daughter Titania, and I am here with all of your children, past and future, as we gather energetically, collectively, to co-create this reading today. My intention is to be a clear channel for the information we most need to receive right now, and to provide this in a manner that we will easily and effortlessly hear, understand, and integrate for our personal and collective well-being. I call upon my higher self and the higher selves of all those listening, now and in the future, to be present and facilitate this exchange. That we gather our energies united and pull through what it is that we most need to know for this week of May 26th to June 2nd, 2023, for our personal and collective highest and greatest good, and of course the good of this planet. I'd like to invite an overlighting angel of communication to facilitate this exchange and ensure that it happens in the highest and best way possible, and that we cover all that is in our heart and mind, that collective heart and mind that we are all part of for our good. Now I'd like to invite the 4 archangels to come and hold the 4 directions around us, creating a sacred container of love, of light, of wisdom, of healing, of transformation, of peace, of grounding. Wherever you are enfolded into this circle of light and beauty. I invite Raphael to hold the east, Michael to hold the south, Gabriel to hold the west, and Uriel to hold the north. Thank you for coming. Anything that doesn't match the frequencies and intentions that we have set here for love and light, clarity, wisdom, healing, and transformation is welcome to go now. And with that, let's get to the reading. The roses are out in my garden. That's what I mean about camping out. It's so delightful. The fragrances are wonderful. The Dame's rocket is absolutely going ballistic. And of course it smells wonderful too. So everything is just a miracle of life and growth and wonder. I wish I could take you there with me. Okay, enough about the garden. Don't look too close at my fingernails. You'll see the dirt. Creator, what is it that we most need to know this week for our good and for the good of all those whose life we share, for this beautiful planet we call home, for our good growth and our good co-creation of our future together here as humanity? There's such weird things going on the planet, ups and downs and all arounds, and just guide us in the best direction possible for ourselves and our families, our communities, and this world at large. And we are grateful for all the help we are receiving constantly in service to more love and light and beauty on this planet at this time. Okay, my friends, here we go. We are starting with the King of Pentacles. I think of this as sort of the Taurus card of the deck. And of course, Taurus is represented, as are Virgo and Capricorn. Astrologically, these are the earth signs. And so they go with the people cards of the different suits. Pentacles is the earth sign. This is about abundance. This is about beauty. This is about community. It's about family. It's about gathering with others and sharing meals. It's about nourishment. It's about the health of the body through connection to the land, to the earth. The king, of course, is the masculine energy of this the suit of pentacles. So it's the masculine mastery of the earth element, which means the earth element tends to be practical, tends to be kind of earth-oriented, very grounded, loves beautiful things, loves the right tool for the right job, is appreciative of those qualities. And very, as I said, very practical, but very masculine in this sense. It's just a little bit more of a linear, one step at a time, a plan, having a plan, working the plan. But again, it's not so much about the intuitive and the felt and the going with the flow that one gets more with the feminine quality, but this is more directed, more focused, more intentional, more deliberate. So this is the energy that is in our recent past, which means it's important in our present, important in our future. This card is reminding us to tap into our mastery of the earth element. It's okay to love being here on earth in a body at this time. In fact, it's one of the wonderful blessings about being embodied. I know there are a lot of traditions out there that are all about denial of the body and denial of the senses, and that's not for me to judge, but I don't believe that we were given the five senses and our appreciation of beauty for nothing. And so part of my personal conviction is that we're here in our human bodies to take in this beautiful world, to savor the beauty, to savor and enjoy it, and let it nourish us and fill us and connect us with the heart energy, the energy of this planet, the energy of creation. That's love, the heart energy. And it's all tied together. Our appreciation, our desire for beauty, our love of beauty, it's all quite beautiful at the foundation of it all. And so giving ourselves permission to appreciate life, to appreciate beauty, to appreciate and gather with others, to appreciate and enjoy each other and the world and the good things in life. This is all very, very good. And from this masculine perspective, being, deliberate and intentional and, doing it. Not just feeling it, but doing it. Okay, so the present card, we have the Queen of Wands, and Wands is the suit of fire, creativity, inspiration, and passion. You've heard me say it once, you'll hear me say it again. So kings and queens represent the maturation of their suit, which means they really understand that energy. They really have come to have mastery in this field of energy. And so our present environment is calling on our capacity to be generative co-creators with life. It's talking about us accessing our intuitive, feminine, felt, in contrast to this, appreciation and understanding, and leveraging that felt, intuitive knowingness into our creative potential to pull things through that we want. It's lovely energy. Both of them are in their own way. But this present card, this is about being a generator. This is about being creative. This is about pulling things through our appreciation and our heart and our desires and our deliberate wanting of things. We are able to pull them through into the common time, the present moment, common time. Yeah. Okay, so that's the energy of our present. It's encouraging us to step into our generative capacity, but this more feminine, the felt, the intuitive, the going with the flow of it, feeling our way, rather than it being a linear, logical, progressive kind of a thing. But based on what we love and appreciate, based on our connection to the earth, based on our love for beauty, letting that inform what we're generating. The near future, we have the Princess of Hearts. Now in other decks, they would be the Page, which can represent new babies, new beginnings, new starts, fresh starts. That idea of a baby is like a fresh new life and new beginning, and all of the possibility and potential that exists there. So this is in our near future. You see she's reading a letter. She's very interested in the letter. Hearts are the suit of water, which is the emotions, which is our felt aspect. So what we're moving into is like new messages on the level of the heart, new beginnings on the level of the heart. The heart is very important. It's the new brain, if you want to call it. We're coming out of a more masculine way of being dominated and controlled by the mind. The mind has taken precedence over all the aspects of our beingness, and the mind is important. It's excellent for helping us to discern and distinguish, but it isn't the only aspect of ourselves that is important in our being here now on this planet and creating magnificently. The heart is very, very important as well. And in fact, it's becoming more important. We're dropping into a time of needing to have the wisdom of our heart and the discernment of our heart readily accessible to us, because that's how we will be connecting. That's how we will be experiencing reality even more profoundly. We already know things through our heart. We have a sense, a field around us, and we have a sense when something is off. We call it our sixth sense, our intuition. It's all of those things, but it's part of the field of the heart, the energy of the heart, and how we read others and how we read situations, how we connect with the frequency of life. It's sort of the realm of the unseen is through the heart. So it's going to be very important for us to understand and develop our connection to our heart, be present to it. And that's why I often encourage in these readings to take that deep breath with your hand on your heart. Coming home right here, right now, to the body, which is the holder of the heart. This, in your present moment, is your compass. Your heart always knows what's best. It always knows. It always can read a situation. When we're in our mind, we're often not in the body anymore. We're off in the clouds. We're kind of disengaged from our humanness, our feltness, and this incredible body, which is full of all kinds of abilities and capabilities and capacities and resiliences that we don't even begin to understand in our modern sort of understanding of the body. There's so much more there. And it's through the heart that we will access that wisdom even more deeply. So learning to tune into that, this new beginning on the level of the heart, and we will take the world in beautiful directions when we ground our desires and our capacity to generate from our love of the earth, our love of each other, our love of the beauty, our love of the good, the nature, the wonder that surrounds us. As I said, it's this earth element of what do we appreciate, what do we love, and taking it, informing ourselves from this love into what we're going to generate, what we're going to pull through, which will launch a new beginning on the level of our heart, a new beginning on the level of what we're experiencing on the felt. Foundation card, why we're having the reading this week. You gotta love it. It's the word love. It's like I knew what I was doing, hey? So, Ace of Hearts, like the page or the princess in my deck, it's new beginnings. Powerful, potent new beginnings. The acorn that grows into the mighty oak tree. That energy, that potential of incredible sprouting capacity of life. And so love is the energy of life. Life is love. They're not separate. They're the same energy, the same frequency. And the more we drop into our understanding of this, the more empowered and the more we will distinguish this energy of the heart field and leverage it. We know when we walk into a room if an argument or a fight has just happened in that space. We know when someone's lying to us. We get a sense. We might talk ourselves out of it if we're in our mind and not trusting the heart. But we know. This is the knowingness that I'm talking about. The heart space. We can't be led astray when we drop into the heart, when we are living from that authentic space. And that's what we're being called to. Dropping into the heart more, being led by our hearts. We will be making very different decisions and choices when that is what leads, not our mind that is separate from our body, not even grounded in reality in this space right here, right now. There's that whole cloud. The mind is like the cloud. It's not grounded. We need the bodies to ground the energy of the mind, to ground the energy of that collective field into the physical experience. We cannot abandon the physical at this time. The physical is incredibly important. This is where our compass is. This is where our wisdom lies. We have to be embodied right now. So to the best of your ability, this message has been coming up a little bit lately. It's like get outside, take your shoes off, step into the waters, barefoot on the ground, lean up against a tree, go hug a tree, go for a swim. Feel with your body the beauty of life. Feel the beauty of nature. Connect to the best of your ability. If you're a gardener, grow some food, eat something local. If you're not a grower, go to the farmer's market and support those who are doing this. And let that energy come into your body, because when we eat food that is local, we are informed by the energy of our environment, and we get things from it that we can't get from grocery store-bought food that comes from far away. We are then informing ourselves, and our body is being informed with the information of our environment. And we have a whole different level of resilience and connection that comes when we are eating local foods that are grown as close to us as possible and as fresh as possible. There's a life there that you don't get otherwise. So that's very much part of this connection to the land, growing food, loving the food, sharing the food, being with others of like heart, like mind, those we care about, and bringing them together. So this is a wonderful, wonderful reading. It's very much about we are the ones creating our future. And we get to create it through our love, through our appreciation, through our adoration. And it's like the sacredness of life. Allowing ourselves to soak that up and be that and express that and make everything that we do sacred. And that comes so much more easily when we're in our bodies and we honor our bodies and we honor everything around us. I hope this is making sense. Okay, so with that, I'm loving these cards. Foundation, love. It's the base of it all. It's what we're called to do. Love it all. Love ourselves, love each other, love this planet. Through love, co-create something absolutely marvelous and magnificent. And even when it's hard to love, look for the thing you can love. That would be my suggestion. I do believe in a higher power, so when I get to a place where I can't love or I feel shut down, if somebody annoys me or irritates me to that point, I like to give that to the higher power. You take care of this person, you take care of the situation. I'll take care of the things I can take care of. I'll love where I can love, and where I can't love right now, I'm going to let you love them for me so that that energy can shift and be healed. And it works. It's fabulous. Okay. Creator, what is our card to grow on for this week? What will summarize best what it is that we need to hold within us, body, mind, heart, and spirit, so that we can be clear spaces for this beautiful energy of earth that we love so much, so that we can co-create magnificently, informed by our love for this earth, and create a bold new beginning on the level of our hearts and on the level of love universally, so that our love can grow to be like a mighty oak, encompassing all the good, transforming our collective experience into one that serves our highest and greatest good. And we have the card of Temperance, Major Arcana. Okay, so this card is telling us not to go overboard. It's not about excessive decisions, excessive choices, overdoing it. This is about coming back to center, coming back to the grounded point. Again, not overdoing anything. I think that's the most important thing with this card. The higher octave of Temperance is verification. And what this means is we try things. We see how it goes, and we choose, is that appropriate for us or not? And through life, we try things. That's how we learn. Especially I think about teenagers and how they try everything on. They try, different clothing, different makeup, coloring their hair, piercings, tattoos, the whole bit. It's like they're just trying on different ways of being, trying the drugs, pushing the boundaries. That trial leads them to understand themselves better and to make choices that are congruent within them. That's what that time of life is about for our young people. It's about discovery of the self through trial and verification. This is a similar energy Through trial and verification, we understand who we are and what it is that we're about in the world. So our card this week is this card of Temperance, which is about balance. It's about not overdoing anything. So when we're trying something, we're not fully committing to that. We're sampling it. We're seeing, is this something that is congruent for me? Is it something that is in alignment with my heart and my core and who I am and who I want to be in the world and part of the energy of what I want to bring to the world? We need to sample to see if it's in alignment, and if there's excitement and energy behind it, then it's worth exploring more. That's our yes, and that's what we move towards. We have to be embodied to recognize our yes. If we're in our heads, we're not in our bodies, and it's harder to hear our yes. When we hear our yes, when we're in our bodies and we have our yes, we can start to sample those things that excite us and inspire us, the sparky things. Thinking about the Queen of Wands there, that creativity, that inspiration, that passion. We can sample that inspiration and that passion and see, is it a yes? And go in the direction, try it on, and see where else it leads to. Keep trying it. If it doesn't fit, there's nothing wrong with saying, actually, I like this part, not this part. And then you move towards what you like more of. That's what this whole sampling, verification, being in your body and listening to your yes is about. And that's what we're about this week. It's not about overdoing it. It's not about jumping in at the deep end with both feet and saying, oh yeah, that's it for me forever. Because we're continually changing and growing. And so as we give ourselves permission to safely and enjoyably sample and verify and experience life, we will be continually led in beautiful ways. If we jump in with both feet, it doesn't mean that that's not going to be successful, but it is a bit harsh. And I guess it depends on you as an individual. Is that what you want? Because it all comes back to us. We get to choose. If you really feel like you're ready for a jumping in with both feet, hallelujah, go for it. If you're somebody who would prefer to take a little bit at a time, sample a little bit at a time, change life a little bit at a time, then honor yourself. You don't need to throw yourself in the deep end. You don't need to beat yourself up to get to where you want to be. You can do it in a way that honors you, all aspects of you, including your need for safety and security and comfort. There's nothing wrong with that. So this week, honoring ourselves, sampling life, verifying if it's truly for us or not, and then from our other awarenesses and distinctions, moving more and more into our lives and into our yes and into our joy and into our enthusiasm and sharing that. Because when we're on fire, boy, it's wonderful for everyone around us. We get to share our excitement and our enthusiasm and that inspiration and give each other permission to pursue that. And that changes the world. So our card to grow on this week, it's a major arcana. It's a soul growth card. It's about not overdoing it, honoring ourselves where we are right now, honoring where we want to go, listening to our yes, sampling it, verifying it, and going in the direction of the yes, and letting it help us mold our future and refine what we want, because we're the ones driving the bus and we get to decide. And so, with that, I invite you to close your eyes. Take 3 nice deep breaths again. You can put your hand on your heart if you like. Just practice coming home to you. Creator, this is your daughter Titania. I want to thank you for once again this opportunity to be of service, to do this reading for myself, for everyone listening this week, that we can gather our energy and our intentions to co-create clarity for ourselves, to co-create wisdom, to pull through messages of guidance and inspiration so that we are able to move powerfully forward towards the more beautiful world we know is possible and that we desire in our hearts. I am so grateful to each and every individual who's on these calls. I ask for support and wisdom and guidance and love. Just fields of beautiful energy to support each and every person who's here so that they have the wherewithal to stay present to themselves in their bodies, to feel through their hearts into life, to distinguish their yes, and to fearlessly move their lives in the direction of their yes for their good and the good of everyone whose life they touch. I'm so grateful to everyone who helps to hold the space, both incarnate and on the angelic realms. The reading is at an end. Many blessings to you. Enjoy this final week of May, and I'll look forward to connecting with you next Friday in the new month of June. Much love, take good care, and bye for now.